Welcome back to the Highly Focused Podcast. I go by the name of Brother Terry.
And it's your boy, SCP.
And we are back for episode number 2.
Doubles.
Okay.
Highly focused today. I'm telling you, I'm highly focused.
So we just going to get right into it real quick. Every time we start off an episode, y'all know we start off with random questions just to get, the highly focused juices flowing. So, my man, did you look up a couple questions for me?
I got a couple questions. We the best podcast, the most listened podcast for drunk and high people. So, if you drunk and high, you be listening to us if you ain't know.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to start off with something crazy. All right. So, if you had to come up with your own school mascot, what would it be? And what would the slogan be?
Bruh, that shit would be state properties.
State properties.
It was all of them. It's all a picture of all of them. And that slogan gonna be you already know, bro. Get down and lay down.
Get down and lay down. Easy. I like it.
School mascot, y'all niggas don't want no smoke with us, bro. Right.
My shit's gonna be the honey badgers.
Come on, bro. We gonna fuck you up.
Honey badgers don't give a fuck. That's the slogan.
That's the slogan.
Don't give a fuck. That's all you need to know.
I'm not even gonna argue with that.
When you see,
with that.
walk away. Just walk away.
I don't want no smoke with that. So
we don't give a fuck.
I guess.
If you were a street performer.
Street performer. Is that like a homeless person? What does that mean?
Somebody who performs on the street.
Okay.
Wait, because the second part of the question will let you know.
Okay.
What would you do to earn money? That's why I said it's a person on the street.
Street performer.
Yeah. What would you perform, or what would you do to earn money?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be insightful.
That's a very good question.
I'll be doing podcasts.
On the street, though?
On the street. Talking about people. Yo, you come here. Sit down. Let's talk.
Look at this nigga footwork right here.
Speaking of shoes.
Pointing right at my man.
Point the camera at him.
My man footwork would be trash. I don't know what I would do if I was a street performer. I'd fucking tell jokes.
The violin.
I'd probably play the saxophone on some.
I'm about to say you probably do some brass work.
Yeah, facts. I will fuck him up with the saxophone right down the corner. Right down the corner.
Yo, they always on Reading Terminal. They right on that corner.
That's a fact.
They not playing with you.
Good random question.
Yeah. What would I do other than podcast? Yo, you know what I always wanted to do? You know those, they be having the monks and they be like sitting in the air with their legs crossed and they be holding a stick.
They be sitting in the air.
It look like they levitating, but it's part of the stick. But for the non-believers, but for the believers, they think it's levitating. I be doing, why not? Because he be sitting on. All he do is sit all day.
Chris Angel and shit. Like just a whole magician.
Why not?
In the streets.
Why not? Just get the people what they want.
I guess. I don't know if people want that. Right.
If someone was to write a book about your life, what would the current chapter be called?
Perseverance.
In
parentheses, it would be like, but y'all got me fucked up though.
Let them know.
Straight like that.
I think
in another parentheses.
The whole book is in the parentheses. You actually get the book, and it's in the parentheses.
The book is
it comes with parentheses, sold separately.
Bruh. My bad. Go ahead. I'm fucking playing. I'm playing too much. My fault.
No, you gotta tell me what the second parentheses is.
The second parentheses is not for real though. They really got me fucked up.
Not for real. You really got me fucked up. I like that. Mine's probably gonna be level up.
I like that.
Level up. Yeah. It's time to fuck these fools. It's time to go. It's time to go forward.
There you go.
Forward, level up.
Yeah, that's my simple as that.
That's my John. But yeah, I'm done with my high questions. We all hide out.
We highly focused.
We really highly focused.
We apologize. We really don't apologize, but we really got extremely highly focused right before like somebody hit the record button. So it's a lot going on right now.
I told him to put on his headphones. We got to start.
Right. I said, oh shit.
I said, this is gonna be a good one.
Damn, I forgot you was coming here for this, bro.
Damn, God.
It's like, no, I'm bullshit. But as y'all know, we just really BSing for real.
Absolutely.
What we smoking on today is Gelato Cake.
Gelato Cake, yes.
So that's the newest thing that we getting highly focused on. How did we medicate with this? Hit this through the bowl.
We hit this through the bowl.
I hit this through a blunt yesterday as well.
Okay, so he's got prior knowledge. He's been briefed on this subject.
Slightly, just slightly.
So with the effects that they say right now, we're supposed to feel sleepy.
I feel wide awake.
I feel wide awake.
Don't feel sleepy at all.
Relax, yes, but more like jittery relax. Like I'm comfortable,
calm.
not relaxed, comfortable.
Chilling.
And hungry.
We gonna see in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that we'll see about that.
See.
Now, negative feelings, they say anxious, dizzy, and red eyes. Now, we smoke too much to get red eyes.
What is that?
So we're not there yet. Now, quick, when you smell this, I did want to see if you can tell me some notes. What flavor notes do you smell when you smell that? Sweet, savory. What's the first impression?
Sweet for real with this.
Okay.
It smell like frosting, like icing. Not frosting, like icing.
Okay.
It's kind of like the first thing I smelled.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you smell any fruity notes?
Excuse me. No, really like. I smell more like lemon pine-ish, if anything.
Okay. So what they have here is vanilla, berry, and butter. So those are their current. So that icing is what you smell. Let me see if I can. Now that I know what it smells like, let me see.
Probably going cheap.
No.
Nah.
I don't smell none of that.
None of that. I don't smell none of that.
I smell a little hint of vanilla, like you said, like a little hint of that, but it's, I compare everything to Girl Scout cookies, but it has that Girl Scout cookie smell. But, that could be part of the gimmick. But we'll see. By the end of the episode, we'll let you know.
We shall see.
What it really be like.
But glad to have you all back.
Yes, sir.
Last episode, I think we were having a brief discussion about, we touched on one topic that I wanted to bring back up. It was, like, how do you feel about teenagers smoking, like, or just using cannabis, but specifically smoking cannabis, and like vaping cannabis versus using it in like other forms, like using it like topical or something like that. Because I just, I hear kids, see kids say and do the wildest stuff, and it's like, bro, doing stuff because you think it's cool, your mind is not even really fully developed yet, and you don't know, you could really be stunting your growth. Excuse me. Now, as far as people that may have like some disorders that, cannabis is actually a form of medication for them, I'm all for them. But I feel like as far as smoking,
Gotcha.
Vaping specifically, you don't necessarily have to do that.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I feel like that within itself could stunt your growth because you can, get other addictions and stuff like that as far as tobacco, depending on how you smoking and stuff like that.
Especially with blunts and all that stuff coming back.
Yeah, and then when you vaping, you don't necessarily know what you're, getting. You could just be getting
it's all
cartridges from anywhere.
Yeah, especially if you're getting them off the street, you're not 100% sure of what is in they just repackage and put in different packages.
Right. I just feel like, it can just be handled more appropriately. And I just feel like I'm not for, people underage smoking cannabis or vaping cannabis. I don't mind if you're using it, but just using it in different forms because, I feel like it can be abused and and smoking and stuff like that. Any other way, it can be like microdose.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think where that plays in a good part is when you turn 18. It's like just like everything else. Like before that, everything else is like it's like a trial. Right. You're testing things out, you're trying to be cool, trying to do this, trying to do that. So a lot of people, I know when I was younger, when people smoked, they were smoking it because other people were smoking. They were smoking because they were like, oh, I don't like the way it makes me feel, but you know, a boy, a girl, you know, they were smoking, so I gotta smoke. Where like, if it's more on a controlled basis, be it edibles, be topical creams, like you said. Right. I went to a fair where they had like a whole booth dedicated to kids, and it was like about, you know, cancer and other things, and they were doing the syringes and they were giving more like,
that's what I'm thinking,
things like that, where it's like you get injected in your mouth and then go run, because like kids with seizures that actually helps
them. You know what I'm thinking about? Exactly, like kids that may have epilepsy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it can really help, but I don't see how smoking.
Yeah, I think smoking is more
that way can really help with that. You know,
yeah, I think smoking it and vaping it are forms of being part of something. Yeah. It's really not. You're not doing it for like. Who's drinking liquor because it helps? That's
really like the recreational way. How I feel like just smoking cannabis. Like that's the recreational way.
Yes.
For real. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
At all. You know what I mean? But like, I just don't want to see. You know what I mean? Kids underage doing that and possibly stunting their growth and stuff like that. Because you know what I mean? It could just lead to more. It could just lead to a lot worse things for them. And it's unnecessary. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and the good thing about all these laws kind of changing is because things like the butters and the concentrates were all federally illegal, even in California at the time. So it's like anything concentrated was federal. That was a federal offense. Regular weed obviously is a little different, but you're going to federal prison for a concentrate. But now that the whole system is changing, it kind of helps with kids getting those things for real diseases and real disorders that's hindering their everyday life of being a child. So I'm glad things are going that way. Things are getting a little better in that field.
Right. But no, that was it though. I know we briefly thought about it, or I briefly brought it up last time, but it was kind of still on my mind though. Excuse me. But let us know what y'all think. Are y'all for that? Just, or not even if you for it or not. Just thoughts. I'm just curious.
What's your thought about it?
Opinion about that. But no, I know you spoke on something. Or me and you were talking offline about older people.
Oh yeah, same on the same thing. They need the same
now we talking about young boys. Now we going to branch off to old heads. Y'all need the same. Y'all need to be smoking. That's what y'all need to
Y'all should be, soon as you retire at 65, they should not give you a pension. They should give you your thinging weed.
You can get wherever state you at, you get a weed card.
Automatic. It should be.
It's not an option. You're getting this.
You need like it's so many people
sending that shit straight in the mail.
There's so many ailments, and like you just not even like my parents, but like everybody, we're like they're just taking a lot of regular drugs.
Yeah, that's what
to be
taking drugs. You ain't taking
to be walking around, like to just walk to church and back. Like you gotta take a lot of medicine. Whereas like if you smoke,
it's necessary.
I feel like it'll help, and like you said, maybe smoking is not always the best.
And I don't even want to say not always the best. It just may not be some people's preference, and that's fine. You may have like a lotion or something that you may want to put on, or you were talking about the tincture, something you could just taste, like put underneath the tongue or something. It may be like a pill or a tablet or something like that you could just pop, or edible, and you just cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily gotta smoke. I mean, that's my preference.
So outside of smoking, what's your preference of what's your if they told you no more smoking weed,
who the fuck is they and why are they
Jesus? I know I was gonna get in with that. Jesus came down and said no more smoking, but you can do anything else with it. Just can't light it up for Jesus.
Like, but Yahshua.
But Yahshua.
But Yahweh. Don't call him all his names.
Jesus. Please.
Damn.
My Lord and Savior.
Oh my God.
Can we do one together? One more?
Jesus from Nazareth?
One more together?
Burning bush.
Burning bush. You put it in there for me.
Yeah. But no, I'm not playing.
So outside of smoking, outside of the actual smoking, because we know we talk about our routines, and it's one of those things that we actually like to. It's a relaxing ritual.
It's just what
it kind of just set.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm minding my business.
Exactly. But what would your micro dosing preference be?
I want to say edibles, but when I think of edibles, I normally think of like candy or treats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just say like cooking in general.
Okay.
You know, infuse honey and stuff like that. Throw that right in the tea. You good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just making like dinner, lunch or something like that. You can easily infuse oil or whatever. You know what I mean? Just having that throughout the day or something like that. I feel like I would get my fix if I call it that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
I get my fix.
I feel like I would be fine doing something like that. I never tried like a tincture, just like dropping something like on my tongue or something, pause or whatever like that. I don't know how I would feel just even doing that.
Yeah.
Or I never tried the topical or like any of the balms and stuff like that. Like I feel like that is I don't want to say waste, but I'm not spending my money on that. You give it to me for free, of course. I definitely try that. I'll see what happens. But you want me to pay for that? Nah, bro. I'm cool. I'm not about to waste money on that.
What if you was promoting it?
I mean, then what you say?
Wait, well, I'm signing that. How much is on those? What you mean? What you mean? So,
this shit had you real nice.
This worth every penny, right?
Right.
Get them elbows.
My name is on it, of course.
And of course, it's been tested,
right.
improved.
That's it. But other than that, yeah. I just really think it would just be food, though. Overall, that would be like my thing. Edibles.
Got you. If I don't count vaping, right, just because it's one of those things that, you know, still inhaling your lungs, it'd probably still be edibles, but I want to talk about the difference that you feel. Do you feel like you get a real enlightening when you take edibles that you feel when you smoke? Because I think that's a high question. Because when I smoke and I'm relaxed, I get those talking to God moments, those epiphanies, those realizations. When I'm taking the edible, it's more like, oh, I'm having a fun time, and then I'm done.
It's like like you said, the edible is more so I'm doing that and I'm about to go out or something like that. So I wouldn't even expect to be in the environment to have one of those type of, you know, epiphanies and stuff like that. It's more so of a social thing. But no, I kind of feel the same way. As far as smoking, you could it's a more calming feeling or effect to me personally.
Kind of like that meditative state I get.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people like to, you know, smoke and just be slumped on the couch, and that's cool too. But I like to smoke and then literally like think about stuff or just read some stuff, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't.
Like that, be active, but also focusing and concentrating. But yeah, I feel what you mean, though, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts. Like I just never understood how we can ingest the same thing and get like a different feeling
Word.
Because of the way you take it in. Because I think I've tried a weed pill before, so it was really like the tincture inside of a pill form. Yeah. It was fun. Right. Like it wasn't like sitting down and really going over life. Like it didn't have me in that state. It had me in like a let's go.
Right, you just about to go to the bar with some friends. Exactly. Real social.
Like I'm only gonna have one drink. That's all I need. Because like, I'm not gonna. I'm forget about that drink.
That was your drink. That was your drink. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
All right, it's the end of the week, or the beginning of the week, I should say. So
a little bit of both, a little bit of that.
Right.
A little bit of that.
Let me know about any blessings you had this week.
Blessings.
For the week, my guy.
All blessings, all the time. But I definitely had some work blessings. I definitely was out here making some money, getting maximum dollar, because that's what you want to hear.
Maximum dollar.
If you're not getting maximum dollar, I'm sitting at home. But if you're going to offer me maximum dollar,
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up.
And I'll be there in the rain too. But yeah, that's I'm gonna say work and car blessings, because the car is what get me to work and handling that business. So I'll put those two together.
Shout out to you. Blessings of the week. I made it through the week. I saw my mama this week. She enjoyed her Mother's Day. It was lit.
Fun times.
I gave her crab legs. She fucked them Jones up.
Didn't hear from her for 15, 20 minutes.
No, I did not.
It was
it was crickety clap clap.
Silence.
Right. She
and then right back to the jokes.
Right. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened at all. But no, that's just my blessings of the week. So shout out to all the mothers.
Mother dear, she here.
Happy Mother's Day to all of y'all.
Happy Mother's Day.
Did you have a hard question? I did. I'm gonna just give you mine. Randomly, would you have control weather or control time, bro?
Ooh. Weather. I'm explain.
Please do.
After you. No, I'm gonna explain. The reason why I want to change weather is because I don't think controlling time will be a good thing. I think it's, I'm gonna get into my high thought, but it's like, I think time is like, we kind of create time anyway. So like going back in time and all this stuff and changing stuff, I just don't think it's gonna work. You gonna try to? That's why I stopped, because you start moving shit. You ain't gonna catch me with that. I'm not shutting up.
I wasn't going to hit you with that. You said something about time. You said we create time.
Yeah.
Explain that.
So, outside of the sun going up and down and weather, what else is not man-made in time? Because so we create the calendar, we create the clocks. They just stopped time, say like daylight saving times, because it was like, doesn't make sense anymore. Like the whole government was like, doesn't make sense. We're not going to do it anymore.
Wait, they did what?
You know, daylight saving times where it goes up and goes back.
Yeah.
That's done. They just stopped it because they said it doesn't make sense. Because you know why they did it in the beginning was for farmers. Well, farmers have machines now, so get the fuck back to work.
What, bro?
Exactly. You didn't hear about this?
No, the fuck I didn't.
Yes. So daylight saving times is over. Your phone will be the same. You won't have to worry about moving clocks. We create it. We create.
So
time.
like the sun, like we not gonna lose hours no more. Like that was.
We're not gonna. It's just going to change in the time of day. So like, you know how the sun comes up at 5:30, and it'll be 4:30, or it'll be 6:30 or 7:30. But instead of like, we won't change the time to like catch up with it. We won't try to change the time to be like, oh, now it's like bright and early outside. It'll just be it. Yeah, because we created it anyway. It was something that was created. The calendars were all created by people. So it was like, time is really something we put on ourselves. So that's why when people say they're getting old, I understand why Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays. I understand it now because it's like, I celebrate birthdays.
What, bro?
I celebrate birthdays, but like, if you think about it, you just counting, oh, I'm 35. So you count to like the last person that you knew died, right? I'm talking crazy, I'm high. But like, but think about it. Like, you think about time. You think after a certain, my mom, she turned 50, she said that she was old. Are you old? Because when I see some 50-year-olds, when I see some 70-year-olds, they look like they 25 running around, getting busy.
People really be like...
So is it you putting yourself in this time hole, like, oh, I'm getting old. Or is it like, I'm today. Today years old, nigga. I'm here.
Today years old,
nigga.
How old are you? Today, nigga.
What's
I'm
today?
years old. Whatever today is.
What is today to you?
That's how old I am, nigga.
But yeah, after my little rant about being fucking time
I wasn't going to do the button, bro. I wasn't going to do you like that because there was something I was interested in what you had to say. That
Understandable.
shit threw me off. I said, Tom, what?
So what's the answer for you? Like,
It was controlled time till you fucked me up with all that shit. I don't know. I don't know where I stand now.
What time was that?
Nigga threw me off with the daylight savings time shit. I said, dang.
When they told me that, I was like, nah, that's not real. They was like, oh, we voting on it. Y'all voting on it. And now y'all voted. And it's like, yeah, nah, we not gonna do it no more.
Y'all niggas making shit up. Y'all was always making shit up for real, for real.
It's all made up, so it was like, why not go with the flow?
That's a fact. I think I would still probably want to control time. Just I feel like I would be able to possibly create more memories with people if I can control time.
Okay.
And that would probably be the main reason. The weather, I don't really give a fuck because I could live somewhere. If you think about where we live now, we don't live in the worst area. We don't live in the worst region of the country. We fairly got it cool compared to a lot of other places. You know what I'm saying? And we are lucky enough. I don't know if you want to say lucky. Maybe it's a gift and a curse. We also see all 4 seasons for real.
We do.
We see the weather.
The extreme of all 4. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Moderately.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst.
You know what I mean? But we get the average of the regular.
We hit 100 sometimes, and we hit 20s. So
that would be my drawing.
So I got a quick hot question that I just thought of. You know the Flash, right?
Like the cartoon character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he really fast, or is he slowing down time?
What, bro?
Cause that shit just threw me off when he was talking about time. I was like,
focused, man. I can't fucking be thinking like that right now.
Cause that shit makes sense. If he was slowing down time, he was just walking where he had to be.
I'm not really
and then come back.
I'm not too familiar with like the backstory of the Marvel and stuff like that. But I feel like if somebody was, it's probably an answer to that.
You're right. They got a show about it.
Marvel geek ass boy like that. Shout out to you geek ass niggas. I love Marvel and shit like that.
I'm like not the, but I'm right there with y'all. Like I watch it at home.
Not going to the movie.
Not going to the theaters. Unless it
midnight when this shit come out. I'm not there.
Now X-Men, I'm there.
Nah.
X-Men, I'm front and center.
I'm not.
Everybody else, I catch y'all when y'all come out.
Shit when it come on Netflix.
When it come out on Peacock.
Pause.
Edit that out.
No. Not editing that out. No. He's trying to save himself.
I'm trying to get a contract. Be on Peacock next week. Like, yeah, we're in there.
Shit.
Peacock cool sometimes.
No, we bullshit. All right. Would you I don't have no speaking of shoes, but we were going to talk about one other.
That was my speaking of shoes. If we did that speaking of shoes, we should have said it. But
true. Got you on the next speaking of shoes, ass boy. I do want to just randomly bring up, bro. What's up with inflation, bro? And when is this shit gonna stop? Like, I really gotta Google some shit.
Honestly, I don't know,
bro. Like, I'm just at a loss.
I feel like, bro,
I paid this much for gas before. This is crazy.
And it don't seem like it's going down.
It seemed like it go up.
And everything is happening at the same time. Eggs was never $4.
Eggs $4.
I'm walking in my fresh grocer, which is basically ShopRite. I grabbed some for $2.99, but all the other ones, motherfuckers was $4.
$4.
$3.99, $3.89. That's basically $4.
Stop it. We're not doing that.
Where they do that at, bro? I'm not doing it. But yeah, everything's going up, and I don't know how they're combating the poverty portion of it, because everything's costing more money.
True.
They're not giving more people more food stamps. They're not giving people more, money at work.
Due to inflation, the cost of living clearly went up, but like niggas didn't give employees shit. Well, not every company is like, giving people the cost of living reasons.
Yeah.
Which is super weird to me.
And did you hear? I think I told you about this. They called this the resignation boom.
Resignation? Oh yeah, because everybody's resigning.
Because everybody quit.
Yeah, I have heard, bro.
Like is it now at 11 million jobs?
I told you how many people were hired in the beginning of.
Oh yeah.
How many people are?
That's an extreme
bro,
too.
That shit is wild.
That's like 10% less. Like 10% left, not less.
Like left. 10% left. Like that is crazy.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Yeah, man. So.
Do you think that things will go? And it's just kind of a high question. If you could think of a way, what would you think that would help kind of like combat this? Because at this point, we don't have any answers. But where do you feel as though maybe an idea that can kind of like help?
I know this is going to seem selfish, and maybe this is because I'm not gonna really think about it. You asked me right now, so I'm not. Ain't no time thought.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say the first thing I think about. I feel like the 1% should not have tax loopholes.
Okay.
And I feel like they should pay a specific tax to specific. I feel like they should pay specific tax to very poor and underserved environments, like neighborhoods. They should be tasked with that. If you make over a certain amount, and if you make over a certain amount in a certain industry,
okay,
or something like that, you know what I mean? So, for example, somebody like, Bezos or Elon Musk, or people, I'm thinking about people like Warren Buffett or Oprah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like different type of, tax bracket. I feel like they should be tasked with helping out underprivileged neighborhoods in some areas, or in a certain region or something like that. I feel like that would help a lot of people. I mean, that's just on some general stuff. You asked specifically like how, like, what can we do to like help this current situation? But I just feel like people have to be willing to spread the wealth. And I know don't nobody want to do that shit, but you gotta spend money to make money at the end of the day. And I feel like personally, I think if more people of color were in positions of power and had the financial resources, I think the world in general would be a better place, because we've been an oppressed people, and we've been forgotten about people for so long. We know how it feels, and I truly believe that if given the necessary resources or opportunities, we could really do the best thing for this country.
I feel you.
Because we just really want to be treated fairly.
Absolutely.
So why would we not treat everybody else fairly?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Why would we not? We want the same opportunities. Why would we give everybody else that? We didn't get it. You know what I mean? So.
I get that.
My fault. I ain't mean to go on a little real nigga soliloquy just now.
As you should. You're supposed to.
I ain't want to.
My thing was, it sounds wild, but it's also, if it's going to change, it's going to change, right? Mine is most of average jobs that don't need hands-on attention. So like your job is a hands-on attention job.
Right.
Where McDonald's, all those are like not hand-on. Those need to be handled by machines. And I think there needs to, it sounds wild, but there needs to be a base governmental pay. Like everything shouldn't be bank oriented. So everything is give the bank money and the bank gives us money, right? We loan from them and they loan it to businesses and then they build, right? It needs to go to the people. So you need to get $52,000 a year. That's $1,000 a week as your lot. As soon as you turn 18, you get half of that to go see your parents when you're before 18. You get that money. I feel like that incentivizes spending. Everything is about spending now. So before, when we didn't have anything, everything was about scarcity and having exclusivity. That's why rich people have this exclusivity thing. Like, we want to be exclusive. So that's why we have all this money to buy things that you can't buy. But if it was a blanket thing where I'm spending money on water, I'm spending money on this, the attention to Deer Park, everything's now social media. The attention to Deer Park is what gives people things. So if I'm going to the store and spending that governmental money on this, people, you get incentivized for starting a business. Now things like, if you want to create things, you get incentivized by the government to start helping start a business. I think the government, since they're creating money, instead of giving it to big businesses, banks, they need to give it to the people. And then the people give it to, because what's the difference? They making money either way, right?
Yeah, but it's less money in their pocket when you give it to the people.
But everything's going to crypto. They own crypto. It's nothing is money anymore. We started from trading. I'll give you this, you give me this. To instead of you giving me something, since you ain't got it on you, here goes a piece of paper that says I owe you, right? And I'm gonna give it to you later. Then it was, then the gold standard was gone. So now we have a piece of paper that just is an IOU statement. That's literally what the note is. It's an IOU. When I give you a check at the end of the week, it's an IOU. The bank owes you money.
No,
you'll never see it because everything. When's the last time you seen your paycheck in bills? Never. Everything goes. It's direct deposit, and then you pay Walmart, you pay this place, you pay that place. You never really feel it. It's just all computer. So you should be paid for being a citizen, and then incentivizing for creating, because then it becomes a scarcity. Then it's like, who's the best creator of things? Who's the best making things better? Because that's all we do. A lot of businesses, they're not. I mean, some people trying to make money off of it, but if you're making this Rodecaster, you started off making it because you wanted to make something better than what was out there. Not, this is gonna make me a lot of money, because if you thought about that, like I do a lot of things, it won't go nowhere because you're thinking about the best thing. Apple phones started off as a fucking iPod. What if the next thing was this? True. It's like things like that. Like you get incentivized for creating and building things like, what would be better if we had this? And if machines were actually creating things, I got this off of a movie, but if machines were creating things, then it's like a shared society. You don't need to make a whole bunch of motorcycles. When you stop using your motorcycle, it's sitting there for somebody else to use. Everything's gonna be shared. Everything is you're really spending money to give attention to the creator. Whoever created the Reese's cup, I'm actually giving them governmental money to say, that's a good product. So that they can keep making that, and that's a bigger product. But if they don't taste good no more, now you made something that's dope. I'm like, now this is a good product. Let me spend my money this way now. Because everything's social media.
Social media.
People are making so much money on social media, and I don't know how, and it's because people are looking at them, and they're like, people are looking at you. Here goes $10,000 to promote my product. They're spending money for the attention.
I don't be spending money for attention. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
But yeah.
Pay attention. What he said. All of what he said.
All of that.
I'm not gonna hit the button on the day.
Saved my life on Mother's Day.
That's the only reason.
On a blessed Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Jeez, she let me talk. Yeah. I'm allowed to speak.
Next week, though.
Next week. It's going to be
all button work, bro. You getting all them joints, bro. Real shit. Right,
we was too highly focused there.
We were. Not even gonna lie. But we're coming down to home stretch a little bit. Let me know what you was listening to this past week.
So before we go forward, I do want to say, all my Dreamville fans, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about yesterday. Last time.
And I let him say that bullshit last week.
Here's the thing. I listen to a lot of things, and I think I was listening to the wrong thing, because as soon as I pushed play, I was like, this ain't what I was listening to.
What the fuck you talking about?
And I listened, and I was like, yeah, I was wrong.
You probably thought I was talking about the Dreamville Return of the Dreamers.
Maybe that was it.
Revenge of the Dreamers.
That might have been it.
Probably like a year ago.
That might have been it.
That's probably what you thought I was talking about.
But yeah, D-Day, I'm gonna have to give it thumbs thumbs up. Nah, I'm gonna give it an all-star. Like that joint was official, and I'm gonna listen to it again probably 3 times. No, I mean, on the way home it's about like one good time.
3 times on the way home. You already knew.
But my artist highlight of the week is Camus. How you say it again? Kamau. So you see it up in the corner soon. But the song Mango. Oh my gosh.
Mango.
I've been listening to this John. I didn't know what it was at first. Listen to it. It's been on repeat in the gym. It's just one of those songs that kind of like makes you happy. It brings it's more upbeat type of style, but it's definitely good. But that's what I've been listening to. I've been listening to a lot of artists. I want to make a list next for the next one, so I'm gonna do sections. But this one, I just want to highlight one artist because I really do. I fucks with this song. He's featured Addy, Oasis. Yeah, real. You see it up there. I'm just put it in there. What about you? What you been listening to?
Really, I've probably just been listening to Kendrick. Kendrick's supposed to come out May 13th, just coming up. So I've probably just been in my Kendrick bag.
Okay.
Last couple of days for real.
Got you, keeping it fresh.
Yes. So that's it, bro.
That's it. That's what's up.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Big Steppers. So what's up?
Real shit. Alright. Home stretch. Any recent influences or anything you saw that inspired you recently or heard? Anything you want to share?
So I just being that it's Mother's Day kind of like brought light to it, but like moms are like
moms.
No, because like I kind of had to think about this when I was posting for my mom, but I was like, there's a lot of things where like a mother's love is a little different, and kind of seeing you with your mom and kind of like seeing like how she raised you kind of on her own, and then seeing how my mom basically raised me on my own until a certain age, and then like talking about how I don't even remember what my dad looks like. Like, y'all can show me a picture and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's him, but like I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what he looked like if you walked past me, right? And it's like to have a mom that kind of like held things down for years. I'm talking about standing on a bus stop with 3 kids, trying to going to work, working 3 like you, and then continue to do it, and then like support you, because my mom is the only one I feel like kind of supported me from a young age to follow my dream of acting. Even though she wanted me to do other stuff, she still like behind the scenes like paid for stuff. So mom's is like, a mother's love is a different level of love. It's almost to a fault how much they love you.
Of course, because a mother will love their child that committed 9 murders
and be hiding them in the basement.
Right. He teaches Sunday school on that's my baby didn't do that. Not him. They were just until the end.
Fault.
That's a fact though. But no, shout out to mothers though.
Facts.
I always say that though. Just shout out to moms in general, and then I just be like, shout out to black moms.
Oh yeah, black moms.
Specifically, because y'all fucking superheroes at the end of the day. It's literally nothing that I feel like a black mom can't do.
Mother Earth.
Like real rap.
The beginning and the end.
Like I promise you, it's literally nothing that I feel like they cannot do.
They make it. They make it work.
Angry enough or determined enough, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah. I always say like with a black mother is they really take the best of what they see. So if they see a man, they take the best and like I have a son, I'm going to show him how to be the best man. Show him like they try to embody that. They show you what they want in a man, and I feel like I got that. Even though I didn't have a father figure until I was 10, it was like I knew how to be a man. I knew how to like not say leave me alone all the time. Like really stand up for myself and stuff like that. And that's a black mom because she seen me and she said, I want you to be a good man. I want you as much as possible. And she did it on her own for the most part.
Shout out to y'all. Word. Just to let y'all know random stuff. Come Smoke With Me clip coming soon. Just
It's coming out.
stay tuned. We just working on some things.
One day. One day.
Working on some things. This highly focused episode was brought to you by, like we said, Gelato Cake.
Gelato.
What did it say we were supposed to feel?
So relax was one of them. I'm relaxed.
was always
I'm comfortable.
relaxed. I was never, hype.
Sleepy.
Yeah, I'm still chilling, bro.
I mean, I'm up.
I'm ready to roll another. Keep it a buck.
Hungry. I'm not really that hungry, but I will fuck up those Reese's. Those Reese's right there.
I could eat.
I could eat.
Could eat though.
Now I'm not feeling anxious.
Not at all. I'm really chill.
No dizzy, and dry eyes, red eyes. No.
None of that. Dry eye. No. We're not doing that.
But yeah, I mean, it gave us nothing, but it gave us everything. We high.
What was that? Scale of 1 to 10. How do you feel?
1 to 10.
Or how would you rate it?
If I had to rate it on this description, I'm gonna say
them niggas lying.
a 0 out of 0. That shit was non-competitive.
Yeah, that's why I said look at something else.
But you know, like these companies, they be mixing stuff and they be like, yes, that is this. Because they mix it, they're like, yeah, the new name. But I'm gonna give it off of just pure smoking. I'm gonna give it a 7.5, 8. It's really good. I'm really talkative. I don't want to go too high because I've had better. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm trying to keep it at a gracious score. And then plus we had some additives in it, so it's kind of like enhanced it a lot. But for the most part, I definitely would give it like a 7.5.
I was actually gonna go 6 to 6.5.
Okay.
And for similar reasons, we had additives.
Yeah, we had additives.
1, 2. You basically purely off just smoking. I was just like off everything that I would look at as far as smell, presentation, how it looked, size of the nugs and stuff like that. All of that. I would really want it to be a 7, but because we had additives, I'm like, I don't really know.
Got you.
How much really played into that.
How much gas was on that fire?
I'm gonna go 6.5 just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
But still solid.
So solid. Yeah.
Most definitely still solid.
Yeah, I definitely fucks with this one. It'll definitely be my daily bomber for a minute.
Right. Definitely gotta mess with that. So if you all are still here, we appreciate you. If you guys have not checked out our last video, please do so. It's on YouTube. Or check it out, listen again. If you like the last podcast, listen again. If you like this one,
listen 3 times.
Repeat, please.
Put it on while you sleep.
I mean, again, because we don't be talking about too much.
We don't.
Talk about some stuff.
I know you can
It's
focus.
really just background music. Don't even trip. I ain't mad. We don't take it personal.
We don't.
I promise you we don't. I promise you I ain't taking that shit.
I know you laughing, but we don't.
It's real shit. It's real shit.
Don't care.
Listen, we would be doing the same shit if nobody pressed record. No
Exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly.
We keep it real with y'all. It's been a wonderful Sunday. It's been a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you all enjoyed your time with your mothers, your mother figures, and everything like that. I'm definitely about to roll another one in memory of my grandmothers. Miss them. They're fucking awesome.
Shout out to grandmoms.
That's a fact. Shout out to grandmoms. I'm finna talk to mine in a minute.
Yeah, we about to be on the same level.
We about to get
Cloud 9? Yes.
That's a fact. But
Party for 2 in a row.
But that's a fact, man. Stay highly blessed, highly favored, and highly focused.
Thank you, Jesus. Amen.